But it is finally time for our best of 5 grand finals. Spawning into Site Delta in the lower right-hand corner, it is none other than the 2019 World Champion, Dragon Kites's Dark. His opponent, a TVT master, off the back of a couple TVTs getting to this finals. For Team Liquid, it is Cure. See how he fares in the TED VZ up against Dark. Dark, of course, looking extremely strong as usual. 2-0 Nightmare in his semifinals to get up here. Also took down Stats earlier on. Exciting to see Stats in the bracket once again. Didn't get to cover his match, but wow, I want to see more Stats. I love Stats, man. Not only did I love his gameplay, but like his personality, him as a person. No. R.I.P. Damn. So sad. Poor Light, I know, has been having some trouble with his connection to BattleNet specifically. Highly unfortunate. I'm really glad this has happened at the start of the game, though, if it was going to happen, rather than the end of the game. Looks like it's not just his connection to BattleNet, but his entire connection to the internet. I think the stream is down, too. Oh, that sucks. Well, we shall continue. We shall persevere. And we salute to Light. But we continue. Cure going for the high ground barracks, so no low ground 2 racks action. I think the nice thing here is that because the meta has settled and both the 2 racks Reaper opener in the wall and just like a standard reactor factory opener like we used to see are both completely viable, and actually switching it up between the two I think is a good strategy for a series, especially a best of 5. I think it gives the Terrans a lot of options where, depending on what area of the map they spawn in, they can change up their build, right? You can kind of do either one, so maybe if Cure had spawned here, it would have been low ground 2 racks Reaper because his add-ons would have been safe. But up here, nope, just go factory, reactor, reactory, as they say. And a pretty standard opening. Dark not doing anything crazy on his side of the map either. So funny. I cast so many TVZs today that it's funny coming into this one now and the finals is a TVZ. I'm certainly not mad about it. Because earlier today, I cast 2 best of 11s. 2 of the OSC best of 11s. They were both TVZs. But I have a feeling all of these games are going to be very different from those games. I don't think we're going to see Mass Cyclone out of Cure unless he's been practicing with Han Mono. Which would be actually so sick. The problem there is I feel like the answer to the Mass Cyclone was the Spellcasters. And man, if there's one thing Dark can do, it's cast some damn spells. Cure just going for a quick 3CC. I mean, this is about as standard of a build as you can get out of Cure. Getting into Banshees off the back of this. Banshee's going to be really crucial against a player like Dark, who is not afraid to just Roach Ravager all in you randomly. In fact, the Lings are going to be able to sneak in here. They do find some Hellions, though. They'll have to back up. Pulls Cure back from being out on the map, though, so that's nice for Dark. But yeah, Dark's definitely the kind of player who will just be like, just going to Roach shove you. And if you don't have that Banshee, that Roach Chef can actually just win the game. The Banshee is super crucial. On the other hand, if that Banshee hits those Roaches early, the Roaches just have to go home. And suddenly it's terrible for the Zerg. So, kind of a gamble. One that I have for sure seen Dark take. But not this game. This game, heading into a lair. No indication of where he wants his tech to go yet. Cure, I mean, this is not really any surprise. Putting down a couple more Raxes, getting into Stim. This is what you expect for the follow-up to the Hellion Banshee opener. Hasn't really gotten any damage done yet. Just killing a couple of those Lings earlier on. No drone harass. Oh. Hold on. Dark. Dark's doing the Demi build. Demi, are you still in chat? Dark's copying your build. It's the double Bane Nest build. I like Dark's version a little bit better, though. Because Dark is hiding one Bane Nest and showing the other Bane Nest. And I think this is good because that means if Cure kills this one, he won't expect this one. But if he kills this one, he definitely won't expect this one. Yeah. I think Dark just realized. He just selected this. I think he just realized he built two. The Banshee's going to come in, finally get some drone harass going on. 4 drones go down. But now they can clear some creep. The thing about it is, like, once upon a time, if you went Banshees in TVZ, you needed to get damage done with them. It's just not the case here. In this situation, Cure is getting the Banshees to protect his early third. So instead of having to get damage done, you're just putting yourself in a better position. The damage is always nice, but like 4 kills, clearing some creep, this is totally fine. Can help him defend as well in the future. They're just nice units to have around. Kills another attempted creep tumor. There are 26 Lings on the way. Ooh, a Dropper Lord here for Dark. That's cute. Try to drop some Lings into the main. Banelings morphing. Bane speed is nearly done on one of these. There it goes. Finishes up. Kuro looks like he wants to push out. He's got to be careful, though. There's 8 Lings about to drop into his main, and 4 Banes rolling into the third. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep those Banelings rolling. Kill those SCVs. Rawhide. 8 workers going down, and now the Lings hitting the main base. Dark being cheeky and annoying, as he is wont to be. He's going to get a couple more SCV kills up here. Trying to keep Cure occupied. Cure is pushing across the map, though, and I do not think Dark realizes this at all. As he is pushing across the map, he's going to dive in, see just the Banshees, and then pull back. And Cure's got to be feeling good that that army is on the other side of the map now. He can start pushing in earnest. Handful of Lings and Banes here, but Dark got to wait for the rest of those Lings. And oh, there they are. Turns out they're pretty quick. The Hellbats, though, body blocking for the tank. And now the Queen's in the main trying to deal with these Marines in the double drop. And they will actually do a great job against that. 1 Queen going down. That should be it. Cure continuing to pressure this base. More Lings going to drop into the main base. Oh, Dark's actually sending a full counterattack. He's going to give up his base and just let the counterattack be the whole thing. The door gets closed on these Marines. And that's going to allow Cure to keep everything alive here for now. Kills the base. Dark has a new one to the top side. I think I like this better for Cure. Look at that supply. It's down a little bit in the workers, but his army is very powerful right now. That being said, Dark is Dark. So, you know, 8 minutes into the game, his hive was done. His Vipers are out now. They're gaining some energy. Ultra Cavern on the way. So during all of this, Dark is getting that tech beefed up a little bit. Got to make it a lot easier to hold any follow-up pushes. Link trying to counterattack. The Banshee's pushing them away without really doing too much damage. It's funny that Dark is running away from them so much with Lings. Adrenal on the way. 2-2 here coming up for both players. Cure's a bit ahead in that regard. Not too far, though. I always love the burrowed lings. Dark does this a lot. He loves to just burrow lings around, pop them up for a little bit of harassment later, draw that focus of the opponent. The thing is, you only have so much attention, right? Even the best players in the world, they only have so much attention they can pay to various things that are going on. So even just popping up a few lings can draw that attention. In this case, there is a reason for that attention to be drawn here as the banelings are rolling through. Cure, though, not watching, and he's going to lose 18 more SCVs. The lings coming through as well, but they will run away with a lot of ling damage. And Cure, I don't know what he was paying attention to. He's got nothing going on over here, but he is moving around the top side. Dark has some units here. Cure's trying to set up a very big push. Oh my god. Is this circling underneath the base? It's so annoying. There's a couple of Banes here too, actually. He's fighting up here at the same time. This push from Cure is... it's a-coming. The Viper's trying to gather some energy. He pulls some tanks in. Scan goes down. The Banelings will not get their big SCV connections, unfortunately. Ling's bird on the ramp. I don't think Cure noticed that. Ling's Bane's going to push these Marines back. Another parasitic bomb on the medevac. Interesting choice of energy usage there. As an Ultra is going to join with these Lings across the map and try to keep his counterattack damage going. You can see these ones unburrow as well. This is going pretty well for Dark, I think. He's going to try to clear this out. Oh my god, they'll lift up into the medevac that's about to die, and Cure just loses a bunch of units there for no reason. This Ultra, I think, is going to have to back up. Can it get out of there? I love that Dark uses the Brood War Ultra skin. Oh my god, it escapes. Cure lets it go. The merciful god. The army supply is very, very even. Cure down a few workers, but with mules, that's going to be pretty similar. Mining, but Dark wants to stop that as well, and he's going to dive in here with some Lings. Get on top of some of these SCVs. Cure will be able to push this away, but still, good damage there for Dark. And Dark has reestablished this base. He's up to 5. Chilling on 81 drones right now. Great burrow. Keep that queen alive. Damn. Meanwhile, to the north side, it looks like Cure wants to come back up here again with a Widow Mine drop. Ooh. You love to see it. See if it ends up doing much. It's going to fly directly over this Spore Crawler, so not much happening there. Maybe in this base. Here it goes. Drilling Claws is done. Nice. Killed an Overlord. All right. Sick plays. Much anticipation. Not much payoff. Dark's trying to push through the middle. He is fully maxed, but Cure's got a lot of army, and he's going to push this right on back. Banshees over here, they have been very useful. 21 and 22 kills. Dark, though, he's feeling comfortable. He's feeling confident. He's going to push forward. Widow Mines, though, decimating the Zerg force. But Dark, that's not his whole army. He's sending some units into this third base, trying to get on top of some of these SCVs. Third base is in trouble. Cure does not lift it. It goes down. Big mistake there from Cure for no reason. Just loses that base to ground units. My god, these Widow Mines have gotten some big hits, though. Dark's got to pull back on all fronts. Still has some Lings burrowed in here. It's so annoying. Uh-oh. Burrowed Ultra tries to get back out of there, but it does not work. These Lings pop up, doing some damage. The late armor for Cure actually being a bit of an issue here, as 3-3 is done for Dark. Cure's now supply block, too, losing a lot of these depots and that command center. He's going to move up here. He's going to find this base. Should be able to take it out. As Dark is a little bit too far away, I think, to save it. Ooh, as I say that, though, hold on. Hold the phone. Dark comes up here. Oh, at the same time, Ultra's hitting this base. They will take down the Planetary, take down the SCVs at it. Cure is now in a bad spot economically. He needs to get damage done. He's basically got no mining right now. And he's trying to push forward here, but there's so much for Dark. He's even got an Infestor out. He's going to Blinding Cloud and force those bio units back. Drops a Fungal, and I think Dark's going to be able to clear this out. And Cure just doesn't have enough mining back at home to rebuild an army that fast. GG gets called. Dark takes game number 1. Very back and forth game. Very back and forth. Dark, though, ends up victorious. Now game 2 is going to be on, I believe, Oceanborn. Oceanborn it is. Oceanborn. Take me by the horns, lead me to the shore. I want the ocean more. All right, thank God we're getting into the game. I don't have to try to come up with more rhymes. Alright, here we go. Game number 2. Spawning in the lower right hand corner, we have the red Zerg player for Dragon, Kitesy Gaming. It is Dark. His opponent in the upper right hand corner, left hand, upper left hand corner, it's Team Liquid's Cure. Here this time going for the low ground 2 racks action. Gonna be getting those Reapers out. We'll see if he builds the 3rd racks. I don't expect him to. It's been pretty uncommon lately. And Cure never struck me as the kind of person that you'd see build the 3 racks Reaper too much. I feel like he's a bit too standard, a bit too macro focused for that. Cure out to prove me wrong. Here's the secret, guys. I really wanted him to go 3 racks Reaper because it's a little bit more fun and exciting in the early game. So I kind of on purpose caster cursed there. Caster cursed. So that Cure would do the thing that I said I don't expect him to do. Well, this is cool. I mean, I kind of genuinely don't really expect Cure to do this too often. I would fully expect just the 2 racks from him. So Dark might be feeling the same way. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Cure's been doing this a bunch in this matchup. But we'll see if Dark has the correct reaction. It's going to be a lot of Reapers coming his way. And this is kind of the power of the 2 racks Reaper opening, right? Is some variability. If it's going to be 3 racks, how many Reapers do you end up building over in total? I'd love to see Cure try to avoid this Overlord, but Dark's going to make sure he scouts for that 3rd one, and he is going to spot it. As the drones are under attack. Good to see Dark using the default voice package. I kind of respect that, you know? Kind of forget what it sounds like after a while. You just never hear it. I feel like everybody has unique voice packs. Let's see what Cure uses.
The Grim Reaper has arrived.
Come on, get supply block or something, Cure. I want to hear a voice line. Maybe we'll hear it later. Dark trying to take that 3rd base, but with this many Reapers, I feel like the Reapers can just win the fight. Link speed is not done yet. Oh, one Reaper gets caught. No, it does not. It slips away, covered in butter. Now with 5 Reapers here and more on the way, Cure absolutely can force a cancel on this base. Ling speed is done. Dark's going to try to come up here. I don't know that he has enough Lings, though. Maybe he can catch this Reaper. Whoop, whoop. Cure trying to figure out where to go. He's pulling everything back, but wait a minute. There's nothing back at home to defend. Where's Cure going? His base stays alive. Oh, but now the Lings find the Reapers, or did the Reapers find the Lings? Oh, this is good for Cure, I think. Killing a lot of these Lings before they even get on top of the Reapers, and now the Reapers are feeling strong. And they're going to rock back up to this base. 8 drones on the way, but this hatch only has 460 hit points. Dark needs to be careful. Queens will help out here. They also have some transfuses available to them. Now the Ling's got to come in. 1 Reaper has gone down. There's still 7 here. But it looks like Dark is buttoned up back at home. Doesn't look like the Reapers are going to get any more damage done. Cure decides to back up. I really feel like he can get more damage done, but with 3 more Queens popping, or at least 1 more Queen popping, it's going to be harder and harder to get that damage done. Marines coming out now, though. Cure just sending Marines across the map to join up with the Reapers. And you know what? Dark has been very greedy. He's done nothing but drone up. He made all those initial Lings, and he has just stopped making Lings. He's making Queens still, but I mean, there's still a lot of pressure coming out of Cure. Marine's going to get pushed back here by the Queens. Lings coming out, but need to be careful about those Reapers. Cure really wanted to kill this base, but I don't think he's going to be able to, at least not for a while. Bases do not build health very quickly, so it's going to be a while before that's back to full. Cure might be able to take it out later. And if he does, we'll give those Reapers the assist on it. Oh, the Marines get caught. The Reapers were not there to save them. Their friends abandoned them, and they all died. Don't abandon your friends, guys. I know you're faster than them, but just rude. More Lings on the way here for Dark. He's worried about a push, and I think he's right to be worried about a push. 2 medevacs just popped out. Stim is done, +1 is done. Cure is ready to put some pressure on, and the Reapers here can be really annoying with this too for Dark. Those grenades joined up with the DPS of a bunch of Stim Marines. I mean, that's pretty powerful. There are a lot of Queens here for Dark, though. He's bringing the other 3 down from main and natural. Ling's going to get on top of this, going to get the full surround. Medevac's getting targeted down. The Lings will all die, but it looks like the rest of this will also mostly go down as Cure gets pushed away. I think Dark's fairly happy with that hold. Did lose a lot of Lings for that, but keeping the Queens alive and not taking any damage in his bases, I think is well worth it. Popping out like 12 more drones now as his 4th base is about halfway done. Cure is not stopping with the pressure, though. He does not have a 3rd base. I feel like I always just expect there to be a 3rd CC floating over right now. He does not have a 3rd base. He is very committed to this. He needs to get some damage done. Dark, he's been a greedy boy. Can Cure punish him for it, though, is the question. It's just Lings and Queens here. This looks like a cancel on the base is going to happen, but yeah, there it goes. Very last second, Dark cancels that base. He's going to pull back up here away from the siege tank. A lot of Stim Marines. Combat Shields is done now as well. They're a little bit buffer. Cure gonna unsiege and pull back. Feeling like he got enough damage done. I don't know if that's true, because again, he still doesn't have a 3rd, but it's enough for now. Dark has Bane Speed on the way. His 1-1 is about to complete, so Dark's going to have the upgrade lead for a little while until this armor is done for Cure. Cure, and he's got a lot of army, though. That is a lot of Marines. Dark looks like he's trying to send a counterattack, but he knows there's no 3rd base here. I don't know if I love the idea of a counterattack right now. Honestly, Dark kind of just needs to hold. Tank on the high ground, not helping too much as it's going to friendly fire that reactor down. You're going to set up the tanks down here. Start working up towards Dark's third base. Dark, well, he's got a lot of lings. Bane speed is not done yet. And Dark wants to wait for that to finish. Can it finish, though? Uh-oh, centrifugal hooks. Oh, 2-1. It completes. Those banelings are now roly-poly as the medevacs pick up those Marines. Oh my god, just barely getting those Marines out of there. Bane nest now goes down, so no more Banes after this. There's already a second one on the way. See, if Dark had gone for the demi build and just built 2 of them right away, he would already have it. Think about it. There's so many queens here. 13 queens here to support the Lings and Banes. Trying to target down those medevacs. The base goes down. The base the Reapers damaged earlier goes down. And honestly, I was kind of joking about it, but it having so few hit points is really impactful there. Dark has to send all his drones over to this new base. He's got another 4th on the way, but it's pretty far away from being done. Lings and Banes looking for some counterattack damage. Cure needs to be paying attention. Cure? Oh my god. He's going to keep sending those Liberators out. I feel like those Liberators need to be home defending. But he's got a lot of stuff back here. He's not rallying any of that across the map, just keeping this single drop going. Trying to get some more drone damage. Dark's drone count is very low. He's got 15 on the way right now, but his economy is not in that good of a spot. Again, though, Cure doesn't have a 3rd, so this is still fine for Dark. But he can't really afford to lose more. He needs to keep this base alive. Cure's still holding this position with the 2 tanks. Let's finally get a move out back at home. Uh-oh. Oh, Dark. Oh, Dark. Oh, baby. All right, not as big of a hit as I was hoping for, but get some damage done. I love that Dark does that. Kiro will probably scan this one, but we'll see. Maybe his scan will miss the ramp. Oh, he's moving around the other side. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep an eye on it. Dark going to try to draw him into a fight before the tanks are ready to go. Those banelings do get blasted. The Cure forced to siege, delaying this push a little bit as the double Liberator siege is up. It's pushed away by the Spore Crawler. Oh, what is happening? These tanks all left on their own. They all go down. Cure losing a huge part of his army there. And this part of his army is just doing absolutely nothing in the meantime. I feel like that could be dropping in the main base or something. But Cure not really focused on it. And now, now Dark's got the attention where he can deal with it. I can't believe these 2 tanks are still here. Kind of crazy to me. I also cannot believe we are 11.5 minutes into this game and Cure still doesn't have a 3rd base down. He's got his 3rd CC almost done, but it is not down yet. Now Cure's got to defend as it looks like Dark wants to go for a counterattack. Some reinforcements joining this army, including those Reapers earlier in the game. 7 kill and a 6 kill Reaper. Wow. 12 minutes and there's still Reapers in this game. Pretty incredible, honestly. I mean, like, when do you think about it? But Dark, he's got the hive up. Vipers are out. Those are going to be instrumental against the siege tanks. This is a very marine-heavy composition, though. I wouldn't hate to see a couple of infestors against this. I feel like they'd be really, really good against the 81 Marines that are on the map. Jesus Christ. 146 Lings on the map, too. This is a heavy mineral unit game. And Dark is going to try to push some of these units back, get some kills while he can. I mean, that's not even his whole army. He's got so much army just all around the rest of the map here. Waiting till Cure leaves, and then oh, Cure closes the door in time, but it's going to break anyways. And the Lings and Banes are going to get right in. The 3rd base getting destroyed. Even those Banelings connecting on some of the Marines. Dark losing a lot of his army here, but oh my god, this is so worth it. Killing 34 SCVs, tanks, Marines going down, Cure down to 12 workers, and it's just getting worse and worse. He is pushing over here, but he sees again, how many queens there are and how much Ling Bane there still is over on that side of the map. Dark was so ready for that push. Pure scans up to the high ground, sees it, and just taps out. GG. Dark goes up 2-0 in this best of 5. Looking extremely strong as we are, close to be heading into Katowice here. I think a lot of these players probably flying out in the next day or two. Not Katowice, sorry, DreamHack Atlanta. There's Katowice qualifiers today. It was on my brain, but yeah, DreamHack Atlanta. Gonna be next weekend. Starts up on Friday. God, it's like 4.5 days from now it starts. Not even 4 days. 4 days from now. That's crazy. I'm flying out Thursday. I'm really excited. Been talking about it a lot lately, but just I was so prepared for it so long ago that it's like left my brain, was on the back burner. Now that we're about to get there and go, so stoked to see everybody again. And I think it's going to be very good. I think Atlanta's going to be excellent. And I believe both of these players will be there. As we get into game number 3, spawning in the lower right-hand corner on match point here on Golden Aura. It is Dragon Kites's Dark. Looking extremely strong in this matchup. His opponent in the upper left-hand corner, I think, had a good chance in that game with the 3 racks Reaper opening. But wasn't able to capitalize on it at the end of the day. It is Team Liquid's Cure. I wouldn't be too surprised if we see Dark in the finals of Atlanta. Yeah, I would love to see Dark in the finals. I think it could happen. I guess a big part of it is like who he hits on the way up, but I could see it. I'm ready for Dark in the finals. Maybe we'll get a Hero Dark finals just like KSL. That'd be pretty sick. Looks like a standard Reaper expand here from Cure in game number 3. Bringing it back to basics. No cheeky 3 racks play for him this time. Sorry, bumping the mic a little bit. Just adjusting it. Don't mind me. I have a feeling this is going to be a pretty standard backward game. Now, Golden Aura is kind of an interesting map, and we'll see which way the players try to expand. Generally speaking, the Zerg wants to expand in a line. And, oh, this drone. A bad spot. Oh, the jukes from Dark, though. Gets the extractor to build, so at least going to be able to save the drone. In worst case scenario, he can just let the extractor finish. Oh my god, he's going to try to take the hatch. Look at the Reaper, so busy on the extractor. He just, the hatch just finishes. That's amazing. Cancels the extractor. He's going to save that other drone too. Look at him go. Dark, don't kill your own Overlord, Dark. Dark! This Overlord, I don't know what it did wrong. Dark is mad at it though. Trying to show it something. But yeah, the expansion pattern on this map can be kind of tough, I feel like. I don't know. I think Zerg has a solid mid game on this map, but as the game gets later, I think it becomes really tough for Zerg. I don't know if Zerg agrees with that. But like usually you'd expect the expansion in a line here, so I would expect Dark to want to take this base, but that ends up getting so close to where the Terrans' third base is that it could be a bit of a problem if the Terran is trying to push you. You end up expanding closer to them. that I would say is a problem for maybe some Zergs, maybe even most Zergs. But usually Dark wants to expand towards his opponent, so his attacks are more potent. So I actually feel like this map might be good for Dark. And maybe Cure wants to expand up here as a third, so that he's a little bit further away from whatever Dark's trying to do. The hard thing is you kind of have to take this as a fourth then. And this is the obvious fifth as well, if not the fourth for most times, because this base is super far away. Very difficult to get up here to defend this. And that's what makes this map kind of interesting. There are a decent amount of bases on this map, but like this one basically never happens. This one is highly contested when it does happen, usually dies pretty quickly. So you end up on essentially 5 bases with a maybe 6th, if you can hold it, situation with some very highly contested bases. Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting map. I like this map a lot. This is one of my favorite maps, I think, in the pool, and it's given us some really good TVZs. But yeah, this is the same kind of opening we saw in Game 1 from Cure. Just Hellion Banshee, the good old Standy Andy. Dark going to go for the single Bane Nest build, it looks like. We'll keep an eye out for a second one, maybe on the front lines here. It's always a good strat. Double Evo Chamber, double eBay here. Good old macro. Yeah, just the single Bane Nest. It's probably better that way. Saves you money, actually. I don't know if you guys knew this, but 1 Bane Nest costs less than 2 Bane Nests. Kind of a fun fact. Just like a little fun fact. You know, I've been thinking about, like, just in general, you know, for no specific reason, RTS design. And, man, I really appreciate the design aesthetic of StarCraft. I think it's so cool. And I know this one's got, like, a skin, too, but just in general, the design aesthetic of a lot of the StarCraft buildings are... It's just so sick. There's so much, like, little detail and little... I don't know. A lot of stuff going on, and I like it. Shout out to the StarCraft designers. Doing good stuff. And what's up, guys? I imagine changelings talk like the oh, he's been found out. Like the guy in the first Men in Black movie, where he's just like the alien wearing the skin of the human. He's like, sugar water. Shout out to Vincent D'Onofrio for that role. What an excellent, excellent role. That's so fun. We need more movies like that, where like the alien is just a guy making a weird face, talking in a weird voice. That's what's up. Now Cure's going for the push here. He's got some Hellbats back to defend the siege tanks while the Marines push forward. Dark is getting ready for it. More Lings and Banes on the way. Bane speed about to finish up here, but this base is under fire. This is what I'm talking about, man. Cure pushing forward on it. And with the high ground here, it could be dangerous, but the flank from Dark. Oh my god, and he just clears this. Looks like it's no problem at all. Tank gets one more shot on the Banes before it goes away, but Cure has to pick up and back up with the Marines. And he did take the triangle third. I mentioned it, but I'm actually still surprised to see it. I expected him to take this third. At the end of the day, though, gonna have 5 base Dark versus soon-to-be 4 base Cure. Oh, and this time Dark is heading into a Hydras. I feel like he's been basically on just pure Ling Bane for the other games, getting into some Ultras in game 1, but it's been all about the Ling Bane. This time, getting into those Hydras. This hatchery is actually very, very low, only 400 hit points. It could be a big target for these Marines if Dark gets too far away from this. And he is pulling everything up to deal with this double drop up here, but Cure not committing too much to any one location. Just kind of poking and prodding right now, keeping most of his stuff back at home. More creep getting cleared up here. Actually, some really nice creep clearing there from Cure. Dark's going to have to replenish a lot of those creep tumors. The double drops being very annoying. The hive is done. It's been done for a while, but I don't think we've seen any vipers coming out yet. Just keeping on the Ling Bane Hydra. Cure has that 4th base up and running now. Dark should be looking for a 6th, I feel like, in the not-too-distant future. But right now, he's got to focus on defending this. Adrenal will finish, thankfully. I mean, the pool doesn't go down anyways, but my God, these Marines are trading well with those Lings. That is insane. Excellent trades. One of the medevacs does fall, but that's well worth it for what Cure got done. And hey, look at all those brand new creep tumors. It'd be a shame if something happened to them, wouldn't it, Dark? And Cure is pushing. Dark still has a lot of stuff up north. There's not much to do up here. I feel like some of those units could come down here. Dark trying to split effectively. That could be a tough thing to do. Wants to dive in, wants to avoid the Widow Mines, though. Only a couple of them here. Yeah, that's what, 4 in total? Yeah. Still got to be careful of those guys, though. We've seen them do some big things today. Those Widow Mines. Oh. All right, Banelings try to get some connections here. You're keeping the pressure on, but the Widow Mines are not like siege tanks, right? They're not really pressuring this base all that much. It's just the Marines that are doing that. Counterattack here from Dark is going to get pushed back by Cure as that base goes down. Finally, Cure able to get some damage done here. Kills that base. This one just went down, and Dark's got to retake this one. So right now it's 4 bases to 4. That is not ideal for Dark, who is struggling a little bit to handle this. And all of a sudden, oh, this counterattack coming in at the perfect time for Cure. Forces the cancel on that base. Should be able to get out of there before the Lings and Banes find him. I'd love to see Cure stim a few units forward and kill this. He could absolutely force the cancel on that right now. He's got the time. He's going to go for it. Oh, yeah, the Lings are here in time. Little Mines. Not getting the best connections there for Cure. He's going to have to lift up and evacuate. Still got this push up here, though. Ooh, that's run into a lot of Lings and Banes. Dark with a good split this time. Has plenty to take care of all of this. And he is pushing everything back on all sides right now. Yes, this base is down. This one never got even put back up. Oh no, the F2 from Cure. RIP. The F2. Cure has set up his own 5th base now. Trying to keep that base count even. It's a good economic position for Cure. I think Dark's going to have to do something about it. Let's see if he can crack into this planetary. Oh, I think he's going to Kraken. He's going to release the Kraken. Cure just immediately going to retake it, though, with the command center that was right next to it. Has such Terran feels, man. Dark trying to take a good fight in the middle of the map. Some ghosts are out, though. Dark has to be careful. He's got a lot of Lings here. He's going to try to get this around. Forces the lift up. Oh, and this is not a planetary yet. By yet, I mean, I don't know if this is ever going to be a planetary. Dark routing this base. It looks like the Hydras might just kill it. Or almost kill it and leave it just low enough where Cure can repair it. Dark pulls back. He's going to try to take the gold base here. He's got this one finishing up as well. Economically, this is still a good position for Cure, though. Dark is taking a slight lead, but if Cure can get this base back down, he'll be in a good spot. The Widow Mines go off on just single Lings. Dark wants to go back in. I don't think he can with this army, though. I feel like this army is not enough to actually take Cure on right now. The problem here for Dark is that Cure, he's been mining at this base for a while. I don't know if Dark realizes that base is up there. Yeah, he has seen it. There's a sensor tower there, so I guess he knows. But I feel like Cure getting into this higher tech, he's going to be in a beautiful spot. And Dark really needs to prepare for late game. This is one thing he does love to do. We saw his burrowed lings in game 1. That's a very popular thing for Dark to do, but the Niduses as well. Just getting as many units as he can. And again, drawing the attention of his opponent. There's only so much attention you can pay to every little thing. When you're paying attention to one thing, you're not going to pay attention to another. And that's a dead planetary and a few dead SCVs just like that. And at the same time, Lurkers diving into the third base. The Nidus, who cares about the Nidus? There was nothing in the Nidus, guys. It was a red herring. And Cure is allergic to fish. And now all of a sudden, the tables have turned. Cure was in a solid spot, but he loses his 5th base. His 3rd base here gets lifted. A lot of SCVs going down. Dark also just taking a great fight, not overcommitting with these trades. And now he's going to Nidus here under the base. It's going to spread creep under there. It's going to be so annoying for Cure to retake that base. And the Banelings rushing forward, forcing that bio back so the Lurkers can get into a beautiful spot here. There's 3 orbitals lifted. Cure is going to run out of scans soon. He only has 2 orbitals down. He's only got 1 scan available right now. Cure has to be really careful about that. He is getting some snipes off. But that's it. That's the last scan. Oh, Dark, he's not watching, though. Oh, my God. 47 snipes going off on these Lurkers, and all of a sudden there's only 5 Lurkers left. And Dark needs to pull back. A Nidus does get down in the main base. But again, there's nothing in the Nidus Worm. Dark just going to back up here. Just dropping Niduses all over the place. They are finally all going down. But Dark, he's ahead 30 workers now. He's got the gold base. He's on 7 bases. Cure going to move to the middle of the map. Going to find this army here. And uh-oh, Cure getting surrounded by the Lynx. He's got to lift everything up and try to get it all out of there. But now it's all in medevacs. He can't help the rest of this army. Woo, my God, Widow Mines are good, though. Okay, all right, hold on. Widow Mines, saving the day for Cure. He's trying to take this base. He's going to have to get lifted, but he should be able to push it back. Still a lot of ghosts left alive. But Dark, he's going to make a bunch more Banes. He's on pretty much pure Ling Bane here. There are a few Hydras in this army somewhere, but they are not the main part of the army. It's the Lings, it's the Banes, and he's going to roll them forward again and try to get some good connections here. Cure, he's splitting the best he can. He's trying to force these Banes to smash into Marauders and Ghosts, which is not particularly cost efficient for Dark, who's going to lose everything. But did he kill enough of Cure's army to make it worth it? I think the answer is yes. Cure's army supply is down, and also a lot of Cure's army supply is in these 10 medevacs. It's 20 of that supply is just medevacs. None of those units fight. When you have a big army, that's fantastic. It heals them up. When you have a small army, though, it means your army supply is kind of inflated. It's not where Cure needs to be right now. He desperately needs to retake this base. He needs a new one pretty desperately, as Dark is taking the north side base. This upper right-hand corner base, which I almost never see successfully taken. But, like, what can Cure do against that right now? He needs to get some drops going. Dark is just everywhere, though. He still has the Nidus Worm up here. He's got creep spread over halfway across the map. Nidus Worm going to pop on this base. The 8 Marine drop down here is really nice for Cure. Going to pull some focus for Dark. But, I mean, right now, this is Dark's game, and Cure needs to fight his way back into it. Dark is up 2-0. He's on match point. Cure is going to kill the gold base. And that is something. It is something. Is it enough? As the Nidus Worm goes down in the main base of Cure, going to be able to stop it from coming up. But okay, all right. Cure going to get on this base. He's going to be able to kill it. Lifts up, gets all those units out of there. This base might be the next one on the list, although there are some Hydras in this army now, which means that command center is not safe floating in the sky. Here's up to a decent army supply. Dark wants to change that, trying to dive into this, trying to push this base back. What Dark wants to do is keep the economy of the Terran low and then take trades. It doesn't matter if the trades are good if the economy is low. And that's exactly what he's doing. Running Lings and Banes in, getting on top of Ghosts. Those are such valuable units. And Cure down to 122 supply as Dark basically fully remaxes. He might be almost out of Larva here because of how many Lings he's making. And he's just going to morph 8 more Lurkers to fully max out. 40 Banes being morphed. And Cure's in a tough spot. What's the Ghost count? Just 6. Oh, and he's got to lift up to go back into the main base. That's so many units that are supposed to be here for this fight. And Dark's going to hit right in the spot that Cure is not. He's going to send the Lings all the way through. He sees where the army is, kills the command center. Gonna push this back. Oh, Lurker on the backside there, kind of cheeky. And I think Dark's just gonna have too much. Baneling smashed the planetary. GG gets called, and Dark wins the best of 5, 3-0. Cure not able to take a single map off of that 2019 world champion. I guess there's a reason he's the world champ.